Hello guys, I hope that all of you are doing great. This video we are going to talk about this crypto boom that is happening, as well as the dot-com boom, the internet boom or the bubble that formed in 1998 to 2000, and then the bubble burst that happened by 2022, and as well as the crypto as well. In 2017 we saw the big crash, as well as crypto is very much known for the big crashes. Now the reason to cover this particular video is to show guys like what all are the risks involved, what are the things or the lessons that we need to learn from these past events happening in the history, because the past repeats the future. And the reason is not to diss the cryptocurrencies. This channel, as you have seen, I'm very much covering everything related with the cryptocurrencies as well, but I want my viewers to actually know some of the things that they need to be very careful of, and that should be the best of the advices. Like, some of the people just talk about the good stuff, the moon boys things, but do not talk about when the probabilities or the possibilities where sometimes 80% of your wealth or the 90% of your investments may be wiped out. So you need to see for these kind of things and ensure that we do not make these mistakes. The dot-com bubble burst. Like 90% of the values of the stocks, that like some of the good stocks as well, like 90% of the value got lost. The Amazon got like 95% crush, like 95% crush in its value in the dot-com bubble burst. Now, was Amazon a scam? Definitely not. But once the bubble bursts, something like this does happen, as well as many of the companies were not even able to recover. So these are the lessons like we need to actually learn. So please watch the video completely till the end. I'll make it quick and short, to the point, to compare both the things and then what are the learnings from the future. Again guys, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do ensure that you hit the subscribe button. This channel will be everything about how do we grow your finances. That is what the goal of this channel is, to provide financial freedom to all our subscribers. Again guys, so let's jump onto that and quickly to show you like what happens within these kind of booms that happen in the world. Like this image you are not actually able to see. So initially what happens, the smart money comes into the thing, the speculative asset that actually feels like, okay, this is going to gain traction in the future, this is going to be adopted in the future, and then over a period of time it takes off, and then a little bit of dump happens. Like little bit means still a big amount of dump, and then the institutional investors pour in. Institutional investors are attracted to it and then pour in, and then over a period of time, as the price starts to grow in, big institutions start to come in, the media attention follows, and then the huge enthusiasm happens, and then the greed happens. Everyone is like, okay, we are going to invest, we are going to become multimillionaire and stuff, right? And then it becomes a new paradigm, and that's when like there is some kind of a dip or the downfall. Everyone is like in a denial mode, nothing is happening, and then the price starts going back up. Okay, everyone thinks the price is coming back, and that's when the big dump happens. People think it's capital, I mean, it is still like trying to recover, but then eventually like there is a big despair when people lose 80% of their money, and then the cycle goes on, and then eventually the best of the assets which actually had the value in the world slowly evolve, and then the assets which actually were not valuable enough just went with the boom, like they die completely. So let us first of all see what exactly the major events that happened in the dot-com bubble, the dot-com boom quickly. Basically, as you can see, the Nasdaq went to the height, like 10th of March 2000 year went to the height of this much, and by 2002 October 9, like bear market start and the worst phase came. $5 trillion was wiped out from the market. Like any of the company that was starting in the name of .com like went gathered hundreds of millions of dollars. I mean, if you try to read these kind of individual things, like AOL paid like $156 billion in stock for the Time Warner. I mean, Amazon listed, and then so much of the things happened. And at that time, at the crash, Amazon fell from $85 to $5, guys. Just imagine, $5. And a lot of companies fell this way. But let me tell you, a lot of companies were not able to recover. A lot of companies were not able to recover. Why? Because they were not good enough. They were just based on the speculation. Everyone was like, okay, this is cheap, let us put money into this. This may be good, let us put money into this. So 90% of the companies actually do not recover from the bear market. That is the test of the time that they have to go through. But companies like Amazon, Yahoo, they came back, and Amazon obviously, like right now, one of the biggest company in the world. As we all know, like the richest man is the Amazon's owner and the CEO. So this is what happens in the bubble, and this is what happened in the dot-com bubble as well. In fact, like the first day, one of the company, it like at the listing itself, at the start itself, it was listed for $395 million, and then the same day, like within a day or two, it went to $1.2 billion, right? And then at the time of crash, like the stocks went from $30 to 6 cents, guys. Just imagine, $30 to 6 cents. Just imagine if you would have put money into that. Let's say you would have put a big saving into that, expecting, okay, this is going to go to $100 billion, I'm going to make 100 times money, and you would have lost 99% of your money. This is scary, right? And we need to be scared. The point is, we need to hope for the best, but we always need to prepare for the worst. Always prepare for the worst. And the crypto market is nothing different. It is all the same. A lot of companies in the crypto 2018 crash that happened in the crypto bubble, now let us come on to this one, the Bitcoin bubble that happened. So a lot of companies, what exactly happened within 2017 Bitcoin, I'm going to tell, but just to quickly add, like what happened, a lot of companies which actually crashed 99%, a lot of cryptocurrencies, they never recovered back. Just imagine, even in this bull market in 2021, they never got back to its value. Why? Because they were not doing anything good out there in the world. They were actually not of any use. That is the reason time and again I happen to say on my channel that only invest into the projects that you believe is actually helping people out, is actually having a network adoption. For example, Ethereum really crashed big time as well within this particular crash. There came a point like Ethereum went to $1,400, and by like in March 2020 it went to $89. Just imagine, $1,400 to $89. That was the kind of a crash, 95% crash. But because it has a great usage out there in the world, how do you remove the usage? The crash can happen, somebody dumps $1 billion, but because of the usage and the mass adoption and the great things that they are doing in the world, eventually it is bound to rise back. So that is the reason, guys. Always do not go for the shit coins. Do not go, okay, some of the YouTubers coming out there and just saying, okay, this coin is going to skyrocket, going to 1000x and stuff, right? But you need to see the fundamentals, why it is going to do that, what kind of adoption it is going to happen. A meme token, yes, some of the billionaire might pump it, but after in the bear market, when there is like the huge sell-off happening and a deep down, like you keep on seeing the dump happening over and over, what do you think? Like, who's going to put money into something like that? But the projects which are really good, people are going to eventually put money into that, and then it is going to bound back to recover. For example, the Polygon, one of the projects that I always recommend on my channel. And like even in the current crash that has happened, like it is risen back up like already to $1.70, 80 cents. Having said that, like in 2017 at the start of January, the Bitcoin was like $800 at that time, $800 to $900, and then eventually it reached to $20,000, and then by the crash happened slowly and steadily. By the next year it reached to $3,000, guys, and a lot of altcoins went to 99% down value. A lot of people lost huge sum of money because this is what happened. The same phase, the mania kicks in and everyone is like in a denial mode. So all that thing has happened in the past, happening again and again, like the big crash has happened into the Bitcoin. Now comes the last point. What are the learnings? That was the main aim of this particular video, so that my viewers can have some of the learnings based on what went in the past. So what are the learnings? As we can see, number one, do not invest into the shit coins. Do not invest into the coins which is just based on the speculation that okay, it is going to be a really great thing and stuff, right? But they have actually not done. A lot of coins actually, they just try to present the good picture, like just the white paper is great, all their websites is great, but on the real ground they're not doing a bigger thing, like there is no adoption. So when the crash happens, these coins will not be able to recover back. Who's going to put money into that? So ensure that you research the project that you're putting the money in and these should be doing really great out there in the world. Number 2, do not FOMO into the projects which has already pumped. For example, in the Bitcoin, like when it was like $10,000, $12,000, $13,000, $15,000, right? Everyone was like FOMOing, okay, I'm going to miss the boat. Let me just put this much money. Let me sell my house and put the money, right? You're not supposed to FOMO and be very patient. The price is going to come back. I mean, just try to see any of the altcoins, any of the cryptocurrencies that you might have put, FOMO'd in, okay, I want to put the money into this, and then try to compare the price in this particular crash. The price has always came back to that point. Be very patient, and then always follow Warren Buffett's advice. What is the advice? Do not lose the money. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, do not forget the rule number 1. This is one of the most important advice, guys. I personally now understand after losing the money with some of the bad trades as well, like with my own experience, that this is very important. Once we have lost the money, the point is, if you have already done that, that should be a real world learning experience. Do not think now there is no hope left. But the point is, we need to understand this. We need to be very defensive with our money. There will be a lot of opportunities of making the money, but once you have lost it, how do you make the money back? Like, you only make the money from the money itself. So that is the thing that we all need to understand, guys. So having said that, these lessons that you have understood, that be patient at a really low point into the money, and then diversify your bets. Diversification of your bets means, like, if you are betting, okay, this coin is going to, you're investing at a low cost, right? You're supposed to be investing at this point, right? When the bear market happens, when the media is like, okay, Bitcoin is shit, the cryptocurrency has burst, the bubbles have popped, and so much of the things, everyone starts hating, so much people have lose the money. That is the opportunity to start accumulating slowly and steadily. It might be a long period, but that is where the big money is made, because once the bull market comes, that's when you'll see your investment go 10x, 20x, 100x, sometimes even 200x, 500x, right? But what we do normally, we want the enthusiasm to come first. Like, everyone is like, okay, now Bitcoin has reached $60,000, $50,000. That is when we want to invest the money. Do not do that mistake. That is the time to be patient and watch for the prices to fall down. Prices always come back, right? It is like rubber band. It has to stretch back, and then it is going to go back as well. So these are the points of accumulation, and accumulating the projects that we believe can actually change the world, right? And being patient and not just FOMOing into throwing the money out there. And then obviously, if we believe in the project that can change the world, it is, even after the crash, it is going to come back. But once we feel we have made enough money, time to cash out. So guys, I hope that the video was helpful for all of you guys. And again, like, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do ensure that you hit the subscribe button. This channel, very much we are covering these days the crypto. In the future, we'll be covering the metaverse. That is where the big money will be made, guys. So ensure that you hit the subscribe button, and comment down below for the best takeaway from this video and the kind of videos you want to see in the future. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.